Y'all see that? 2 million copies sold. $2 million. Not Karen says, damn, I don't know what Kata looks like. Oh, that means you ain't watching New Blackstreet. That's crazy. Make sure y'all subscribe to New Blackstreet. 2 million copies? Now let's compartmentalize this. But how many players is crazy? But how many players is crazy? You wrong for that. But how many players is crazy? 2. Now let's compartmentalize that. Because somebody's going to jump from the top rope with a flying elbow. You know what I'm saying? From the top. Let me do it this way. With a flying elbow, they're going to come from the top rope. But you said 2 million ain't shit. Because it is true that if Assassin's Creed Shadows announced 2 million copies sold, we would probably say that ain't shit. But it's important that you compartmentalize the information and take into all the context, right? Assassin's Creed Shadows has at least a $300 million budget. At least. I will say $250 million budget. We'll say that. $250 million budget. At least. Okay? When you factor in marketing. When you factor in development costs. Remember that they delayed the game for a substantial amount of time, which after doing the math, we were told that it was going to cost Ubisoft $20 million for that delay. The production cost for those months being delayed was $20 million. So if you do the math and see how long, if you can agree that a game like Assassin's Creed cost $20 million for what? It was it was supposed to come out in November. It didn't. So that means November, December, January, February, March. And then when did it come out? It came out in April. So 5 months cost them $20 million. Game was in development for about what? 5 years? Do the math. We're talking at the very least $40 million a year. That's $200 million. Might have been longer than 5 years. And the delay itself. So that's $220 million. Then you add in advertisements. Guys, those toys with the Tory gates aren't free. It's not free to put signs up. It's not free to put ads on YouTube. That costs monies. So we're talking about at least $350 million. Meanwhile, this game right here, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, had only 33 people working on it. Ain't that something? 33 people working on the game. They called it Expedition 33. I just caught on to that. I'm sorry. But anyway, 33 people working on this game. What was the budget? I wonder if we can find the budget. Let me see if I can find the budget. Budget. Let's see if we can find the budget. Proper. See. What's the development budget of this game? I've seen rumors it costs less than $10 million. Nah, no way. There's no way that hell nah. I don't see anything that suggests a legit budget. But if you're to take these rumors, some people are trying to say that it costs less than $10 million. There's no possible way, right? No possible way this game costs nope. I'm not even going to entertain that. There's no possible way. There's no possible way this game costs less than $10 million to make. No way. I'm gonna ignore that. We're gonna pretend we never seen that. We're just gonna go back to the original grift. And anyway, so let's read this coming from Grums. Grum says Clair Obscur Expedition 33 sells 2 million copies as today. One of these things are not like the other, and it's pretty obvious game journalists in AAA are gaslighting you with success stories like 2 million players for Assassin's Creed Shadows and 1 million players for South of Midnight. Who the fuck said 1 million players for South of Midnight? Nah, I don't believe that. Yet when you look at SteamDB, Expedition 33 is more than double Shadows and 100 times of South of Midnight. Clair Obscur, 145. He's talking about the player count. Players are asking what gives. These are obvious, not equivalent milestones of success, and nobody is fooled by players versus sales. Yet we are expected to buy this fiction that these two games are somehow just as much of a success as Expedition 33. No, because you actually got to do some math to understand that they're not even close to the success. Not even close. Okay? Keep in mind that Assassin's Creed Shadows is a quadruple A game. Okay? Quadruple A. All right? Stop it. Stop it. You know? And also keep in mind that this game came out on Game Pass as well. Think how many people playing it on Game Pass. Now, I wonder how does Xbox handle that, right? How does Xbox handle, what if a game sells well but nobody plays it on Game Pass? I don't know. But this, I just want you guys to know, I'm really proud of gamers for coming out and supporting this game. One, it deserves it. And we're going to be playing it again in just, right after the show. It deserves it. It's beautifully made. Somebody said, Chaos Dragon says the budget is rumored to be around 55 million. Okay, that sounds about right. Stealth says, you see York's Torch backtrack on Expedition 33 after it sold 2 mil. Man's a hole at all. Please, for the love of God, let me find that. Give me a second, gang. Hold on, before we go into that. South of Midnight reaches over 1 million players in less than a month. Stop it. Nobody believes this. How does a game that couldn't even get 1,500... Hold on, let's go to SteamDB. You couldn't get 1,500 people on Steam to buy the game, but I'm supposed to believe you got 1 million players. Hold on, gang. Hold on. Nah, I'm not. Nah. I'm not going. You couldn't get 1,500 players on Steam, but all of a sudden you got 1 million players. So you trying to convince me that 1 million people on Xbox Game Pass played this game? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't. So you can go straight to hell with that Bill Schneid, because I don't believe it. The precedent has already been set, gang. This is yet another game. That came out simultaneously on Game Pass and Steam and sold well, including Oblivion, gang. Nah. Let's get to somebody else said let's get to York's Torch, because let's look at Clair. Let me look at Expedition 33. Yeah, let's go there. Oh, we're already here. Yep, still at 145,000. There's 85,000 people playing this game right now. Gang. That's it. Imagine if this game had multiplayer. Hey, listen. Sandfall. Screw the DLC. Get to work on the sequel. Immediately. Immediately. Get to work on the sequel. Stop it. And this time, add a variety. Well, no, I ain't even finished this game, so let me not tell y'all what to add for the new game. Let's go and find York's Torch, because I know this grift is grifting. 1 million players. Stop. Who the hell you think you talking to?
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,